For
If you're watching this video, then that means that you're interested in becoming a collaborative solutions consultant, and we're excited that you're here. Our Collabies love working at Collaborative Solutions. The people, the work-life balance, and the unique type of work that we do are unmatched qualities that our Collabies have come to enjoy. But with any job, it's important to ensure that it's the right fit for you. There are unique characteristics of the everyday duties of a consultant here that make it an ideal fit for some, while others might be looking for a different work environment. Whether you're coming from another partner, a customer, or you're new to the workforce, we encourage you to check out these 7 characteristics that our consultants have identified as pillars to success in this.
I think one of the things that differentiates our organization is our consultants' expert presentation ability. A key part of our job involves presenting complex material to large audiences that could be customers, it could be internal Collabi presentations, or it could be presenting to peer audiences at conferences. Our consultants really do know how to own a room and establish themselves as the expert. It's really important when interacting with a customer that we feel comfortable presenting to all levels of the organization. While we may need to present conceptual information to the core project team, we're often asked to present strategies, solutions, recommendations to the executive committee, as well as other peer audiences within the organization. During the initial stages of a project, we often spend hours presenting in front of the customer, and it could be for several days in a row, for a couple weeks in a row. Our customers expect us to guide them through this journey, and oftentimes what that means is leading from the front of the room with a PowerPoint presentation and a Workday tenant as your sidekicks.
One of my favorite parts about being a Workday consultant is having wonderful opportunities to travel the country and even the globe to deliver services for our customers. While these opportunities are incredibly exciting, it's definitely important to fully understand the expectations of travel to be a successful Workday consultant. Different roles across consulting at Collaborative vary in the amount of travel that you'll need to do, and also different times in the project may affect your need to travel more or less. For example, in my experience, I had certain periods for a few months where I didn't travel at all, as well as periods where I was traveling every week or every other week for a certain amount of time. In our organizational change and training practice, we do travel a little bit more than other teams at times. For example, CVS, if you're in our continuous value services, you may not travel quite as much. All of these things do vary by role, customer, and time throughout the project. So a role in consulting at Collaborative will be perfect for you if you're able to be away from home during specific stages of projects and as needed throughout the project, sometimes with little advance notice. It's also a great fit for you if you're someone like me who's excited to see other places, and if you can be flexible in your ability to get work done. Working on the road means working in airports, on an airplane, in a hotel room, and all over the place wherever the work takes you. This job may not be a good fit for you if you have specific constraints which limit your travel, you're someone who prefers working in the same space every day, you have difficulty working in other environments, or you don't get overly excited about visiting new locations.
Something that I love about working at Collaborative and as a consultant in general is that no day is ever the same. However, this can prove to be a challenge for some people. We work in a fast-paced environment where typically we're staffed on multiple projects at a time. This means that flexibility and adaptability are key to success in this role. You have to be ready and able to pivot at any given time to another task. If you're someone that likes your days to be consistent and you work on one task at a time, this might not be the role for you. I think sometimes people associate the ability to work from home with a nice, leisurely work environment, but again, there's always a lot going on as a consultant. On the plus side, that means it's always an exciting day at CS.
When I graduated college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I didn't want to work with the same people in the same organization every single day. It just sounded boring. And I really didn't want to deal with the same office politics on a daily basis. What I wanted to do was I wanted to get an understanding of how the world works. I wanted to see each and every single industry and what was required to succeed in it. I wanted to get an idea of how other companies measure business, how other companies succeed in business, and what are the different problems and use cases you see across industries. I really wanted to be a consultant, and I wanted to work for Collaborative. And I know it sounds like an infomercial when I say it like that, but if you talk to any consultant here, they're going to back up this claim. Every single day here is going to be different. They're going to be faced with different challenges, different experiences, and a whole different set of use cases. If you enjoy uncertainty and change, Collaborative is for you.
As a Workday consultant, you have many opportunities to learn and grow and develop as an individual. I think Collaborative provides all the opportunities and resources that you could possibly need. However, it does take a certain amount of accountability in order to see that growth in yourself. As Collabies, we are people who are extremely passionate about what we do. We love our freedom. However, we're careful in ensuring that we're constantly growing in our careers. So we're definitely looking for people who keep that ability and have that accountability and want to see themselves grow and take advantage of many opportunities. Not just waiting for things to come to you, but asking to learn more. And that's definitely the best way to take advantage of a company like this, where it's more self-driven.
Although working from home is a great way to balance life and work, you first need to make sure that you're comfortable in this environment. It's important to ensure that you're someone who enjoys working from home and can be productive, but is also able to disconnect from work when the day is done. A Collaborative consultant is someone who is comfortable utilizing online tools as their primary form of communication. It's also important that you're self-motivated and can prioritize tasks on your own. Without physical proximity to coworkers, you must be able to maintain direction on your projects with reduced levels of oversight. While there are some adjustments and considerations that must be taken into account, overall the ability to work remotely is an incredible tool that allows us to balance life and work by introducing a great deal of flexibility and personal control in our workday.
As a Workday consultant here at Collaborative Solutions, you're going to have the unique opportunity very early on to lead and engage in conversations that ultimately lead to the success of your projects. Now, in my opinion, being a strong consultant or having necessary consultative skills really boils down to three things: your willingness to learn and adapt to change, your ability to set timelines and prioritize your schedule, and then number three, your ability to engage in conversation to capture key business requirements. Let's briefly talk about each of those three things. Number one, your willingness to learn and adapt to change. As consultants, we do not need to have all the answers, but it is very important that we are knowledgeable about the topic that we're speaking to, and more importantly, that we're always one step ahead of the customer. Number two is our ability to prioritize and set timelines. Our timelines are often set for us at the start of a project, but those timelines can shift and they can change. So your ability to prioritize your day-to-day schedule becomes a very important skill as a consultant. And then number three, engaging in key conversations that ultimately drive key business requirements. It's not without saying that those conversations can sometimes be touchy and or difficult with our customers, but those touchy or difficult conversations that we have with our customers often lead to us gathering those key business requirements. So if you can capture each of those three skills as a consultant, you will be a very strong consultant and a very good fit here at Collaborative Solutions.